Stands are one of the core features of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They are a bizarre take on superpowers where the person gains the ability to call forth their fighting spirit with a unique power and ability. There have been many powerful stands throughout the series, but which is the most powerful? Now before we figure this out, we're going to have to lay down some ground rules. I'll be using some non-canonical stands to make this list, and there are some stands I'm going to leave out because either they wouldn't fight or they haven't been fully explored yet. Some examples being Silver Chariot Requiem and Soft and Wet. Also stands like 20th Century Boy where the user has no offensive capabilities but are completely invulnerable, and Rainy Days Dream Away where the stand can change reality in a sense. Those won't be on this list either because they have no offensive capability. So first off, we're going to start with the original overpowered stand, Star Platinum. This will make things easier for those anime-only fags out there because they haven't read the manga far enough. So Star Platinum has an immense strength and speed with the ability to freeze time as well. He easily outclasses all the other stands in Part 3. His time stop is powerful but only does last 3 to 5 seconds. It only decreases as it's used as well. So it's not completely overpowered. One stand that could give Jotaro and his Star Platinum some actual trouble is Fugo and his Purple Haze, specifically Purple Haze Distortion. The reason being is Star Platinum is a very close range stand, and Purple Haze is able to release a deadly virus that even in Jotaro's frozen time would still be around on him and may even carry over with him into the Frozen Times world. With Purple Haze Distortion as well, Fugo can surround himself with this virus without having to worry about it hurting himself. To defeat Fugo, you'd need to be able to erase the virus. This is where Cream and the Hand come into play. Where their abilities to erase anything they touch are pretty much the same, they have their own different weaknesses. Where Cream is a very fast stand and allows the user to defend themselves by getting inside of it, it makes them blind by doing so. And the Hand, even though it doesn't protect the user very much, is way more precise with its erasing swipe. These stands are incredibly powerful, though not the most powerful stands when it comes to erasing something. Where the Hand and Cream can erase space, or anything they touch, King Crimson can erase time. This is also powerful because King Crimson has Epithet, which allows the user to see the future in their own bangs. This puts the user at such an advantage that there's no way any slow stands would be able to keep up. Now, the only way to defeat him also would you'd have to be able to nullify his ability, because King Crimson can erase the time in which you've hurt him. Heaven's Door is one of the few stands that can nullify abilities with its ability to remove memories and write commands inside of enemies that he's fighting. This makes Heaven Doors one of the more scary, powerful stands, and the only way to defeat him would be to be faster than Rohan, or be someone who can move within Heaven Door's ability. Killer Queen's main power comes from its viability. With its first bomb, it can explode anything it touches. Then it has its indestructible second bomb, Sheer Heart Attack. Then finally, there comes Bite the Dust, which is its third bomb, which has a trigger word where if someone hears the specific thing it doesn't want you to know, it will kill them, explode, and then rewind time. Killer Queen also takes in Stray Cat to extend its range with air bubbles. This makes Killer Queen a Swiss Army knife of stands almost, where the air bubbles can be touched with the first bomb and exploded later. You can easily be taken out by Sheer Heart Attack or the third bomb if he so chooses to. Now who could defeat Killer Queen? Well, since Killer Queen requires a target it can touch, or a stand user it can use Bite the Dust on, Notorious B.I.G. is unkillable, unstoppable, and doesn't have a stand user. And if Killer Queen were to touch it, it would just be devoured. Notorious B.I.G. was never even defeated in its own story, and is still alive towards the end of the series. There's only one way to take it out, and you gotta be dirty. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap, that is. D4C by itself makes President Valentine nearly invincible, allowing him to hop through different realities and switch out any injuries with a different reality version of himself. Once he gains the ability of Love Train, after he obtains all the corpse parts, he has the ability to redirect any attack aimed at him to different parts of the world. Also bring any object or person with him into another reality, and if it comes in contact with a parallel universe version of itself, it is completely obliterated. Though, Love Train's ability can be pierced with the perfect rotation, as Ballbreaker demonstrates in Gyro's Last Stand. Where Gyro failed, Johnny succeeded. Tusk Act 4's infinite rotation can pierce through not only Love Train's ability, but also through multiple universes, making it impossible for Valentine to ever be free of its rotation. Act 4's ability is impossible to undo, so to defeat it would mean you'd have to never be hit by it. And the only way you'd ever be able to be that fast is you need to be infinitely faster than Johnny. And speed like that is only made in heaven. Enrico Pucci's Made in Heaven is the fastest stand in JoJo. Its speed is literally infinite. It also has the ability to speed up the universe around it. it can speed it up to the point where it reaches the end point of the universe, where the whole universe is reset. Pucci can then reshape the universe to his whim. He is only able to change people that he's killed in the process by resetting the universe, so anyone who is still alive just gets moved to the next universe. He is nearly untouchable. Like King Crimson, you need to be able to nullify his ability to stop Pucci, and Heaven's Door is way too slow. Gold Experience Requiem is Giorno's ace in the hole. Giorno's Golden Experience Requiem has possibly the most overpowered cannon stand ability. Its ability is to reduce any action to 0. It can stop any attack before it happens, and if it kills you, you are murdered forever, indefinitely. So, is it possible to have someone who can defeat a stand that can literally reduce your actions to 0? There is, in fact, one more stand that can beat Giorno's stand, and that is Ascended Dio's World Over Heaven. This is quite possibly the most overpowered stand in JoJo, because not only does it have infinite time stop, meaning it completely trounces any stand with time stop, but it also has the ability to rewrite reality. Anything the World Over Heaven punches, it can rewrite. This includes Gold Experience Requiem and Tusk 4's Infinite Spin. It's in fact unbeatable to anything and everything that exists. But what if I told you that there is someone who could defeat the World Over Heaven? Who might you ask? Who could possibly defeat something so powerful? Well, the answer is very simple. She's been here the whole time. Maybe you've noticed her. During my studies, I've noticed that Akari Akaza has the most powerful stand, Akari. This stand has such a wide range of fucking abilities. It has the ability to travel through time. It has the ability to manipulate matter. It has the ability to stop time. But one of the most powerful abilities I've noticed it has is presence manipulation. It also is known as existence manipulation. Akari, seemingly at will, or against her own will sometimes, can become completely invisible, and her presence leaves with her. She is completely unnoticeable. She stops existing for a bit. In episodes, she just disappears. And she can do this to other people as well. I'm not sure if that's against her will or not, but she does it, and they stop existing. They literally stop existing in an episode because of her. And not only does Akari have these incredibly powerful powers, it also has a strong enough destructive ability when it completely disables a UFO in one hit. Akari is the most powerful stand there is, without a doubt. Hands down. World Over Heaven, get out of here, pussy. You can't rewrite something that doesn't exist. Fuck off. You too, Heaven's Door. You can't make a book out of something that doesn't exist. It's impossible. It's literally, there is no, and Golden Experience Requiem, fuck off, little shit boy. You can't stop the cause and effect of something that doesn't exist. Something that doesn't exist doesn't have a cause and effect. You can't handle that. You can't even contemplate that. You can't erase that. You can't do anything to that. She's already doesn't exist. So I think I've proven my point, and Akari Akaza and her stand, Akarin, is the strongest stand in JoJo. And there's no doubt about it. You can't disprove it. You can't prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I dare you. Fuck you. Like, comment, subscribe.